Sup? This is Greggatron. How's everybody doing? I'm doing just fine. Check out what I picked up at Walmart. Man, this is pretty good stuff. I got 3 different Walmarts in my town. Well, I went to the other one from last time. I was like, you know what? Let me see what this Walmart has. Because the last one had the Hulk, that Captain America, that Wolverine I showed you guys. So I said, let me see what the other one's got. And this is what they had. So this is the Todd McFarlane Symbiote Spiderman. I'm really liking this thing. You got... It says includes comic book. That's nice. The Amazing Spider-Man issue 299. And then it's got the 300 all up and down the base, which is pretty exciting. Look at the webbing. Man. The webbing is crazy. Straight up from Todd McFarlane. There's another image. It includes comic book. Nice. Looks like Spider-Man's still using his thwip opposed to the webbing coming out of the top of his hand. 25th year anniversary issue. Okay. It says inspired by the Amazing Spider-Man issue 300, which I don't know why they said 299. So it must be 299 and 300. Interesting. Not too much going on that side. So there's going to be some background, which is New York City. That's great. I mean, you got the shadow in his foot. Even that is down to the T from Todd McFarlane. You got the web coming out of the base. You got not the black spider, but the white spider wrapped around his torso. This thing's cool. Very cool. They had 2 of these, by the way. I always go for the one with the better paint job. That and the better box. Right. It looks like he's wearing a boot and his glove. See how these pieces from his back to his upper back, how it's a different shade of black. That and I guess you could say not only the shading, but the lining. There's like separation between his forearm and his upper arm. You know, the above the knee, below the knee. They look like different pieces. I think they're doing that just to express the shadow, because the symbiote is all black normally. So in the comics they would use not necessarily different tints, but they would use sometimes, I guess, not so much cross-hatching and hatching, but they would use different lines. Like in the cartoon, Venom had like a purple highlight on one side and a blue highlight on the other side. And Spider-Man was the same way. But if you compare it, even though it's all black, you still see the blue lines. At least that way you can get the structure of the character, or else it'll just look like a black blob. So I think that's where all the lines come in, to distinguish the muscle groups and the shadows. Yeah. So let's compare this to the other two real quick. All right. Same scale, which this was 1/6, I believe. It'll tell you. Yep, 1/6 scale. Authenticity of purchase. Yeah. So these three I still haven't opened yet, as you can see. I'm going to keep it that way for a little while, just because I got to do some rearranging. But when I see stuff like this, I'm like, man, gotta snatch it. If you don't snatch it, somebody else will. Let's just put it that way. My favorite out of the three, I can't really say, because I like them all so much. Todd McFarlane has been doing a really good job, not only with the comics, which is included, but with the replicas. I showed you in a video in the past of these two, but they're so dead on. Really spot on. And I didn't even know this toy line was coming out. I think I was just out and about one day and I found it was the Captain America first. Then I came back and found the Wolverine. There was a Hulk. There was this one. There was this one. There's a Miles Morales. There's a Magneto, which is also this scale. Miles and Magneto are both the 1/10th scale. There's the card. But man, I'm pretty excited about these, which is funny because I wasn't going to collect any more Diamond Select Gallery PVCs, which these are not Gallery. These are McFarlane toys. But I was done collecting because, like I've said in past videos, I've been running out of room. Well, out of nowhere, McFarlane came through, which he had been making, you know, like DC collectibles, like actual action figures. So I got blindsided. Like, I had no idea he was dropping these till I found that Captain America. And then I started messing around on the internet and I found there's a whole line of them. I'm like, gosh. There's also a brown suit Wolverine, same as this one, but brown suit. And you can see Hulk's face and Wolverine's claws, which again is straight from the comic. See that? So this image is actually in the toy in the brown suit. So that's why I gotta give Todd McFarlane his props, because he's really paying attention to detail. And I like them too because they look cartoony. They don't look like the MCU. They don't look like different cartoons. They look more like the comics, so scratch me saying it looks cartoony. They look comic-y, like spot on. And I talked about the shading, or the shadows rather, and the lines. So here's the thing. I don't know what they're going to come up with next. Like I said, there's already a Hulk out there. But as far as this dude, the sky's the limit, because he made so many different comics over the years. So if he wants to, he can make a replica based off of every comic or at least every character from a comic that he made, which is kind of sweet. So if and when I take these guys out of the box, I'll definitely show you. You guys will be the first person I show. I really like the webs, how they look all sticky. Man. Before I go, I just want to see the back one more time. Because I just want to stress how spot on it is. Look at the webs. And that blue ring around him, the toy, that just shows this. Because that's what the actual comic book looks like. So, Todd McFarlane, at the end of the day, he's brilliant. Brilliant guy. I'm a fan. If you don't know who Todd McFarlane is, he's the guy who made Spawn. And he's also the guy who created Venom. People think Stan Lee. No, Stan Lee made Spiderman. Todd McFarlane created Venom. Yeah, that's a whole different video. That history. Yeah. See the blue ring? Very cool stuff. Very cool. So I'm a fan. I'm just going to keep on buying these. If you're out there and you're collecting these McFarlane figures, or any figures really, whether it's Marvel or DC or whatever, hit me up so we can talk. What would I give this? This, I would give a 10 out of 10. It's just too nice. The Wolverine, I think I gave it an 11 out of 10, I think, because of all the hatching and the shading. And the good Captain, I believe I gave him a 10 if I'm not mistaken. But, again, I like all of these. I like all of these. The only thing, I just wish this Venom was the same scale as the others. I don't understand why they make them different scales. If someone knows why that is, let me know. Because I don't even know if they make this in a bigger one like these, or if this is just the smaller version. But from what I've seen, this one, the Magneto, the Miles Morales, these are all the 1/10th scale. But I wish they were all like this, because I don't have a Magneto PVC yet. And the Miles, I don't really need the Miles, because a lot of the Miles sculpts are the same as different Peter sculpts. So if you got Peter, you pretty much got Miles, because they got the same build for the most part. Same height and everything. Here, let's get a... Yeah. That's the shot. Yeah. Alright. I'll let y'all get to y'all's day. Have a good day at work. If you're off work, enjoy your off day. If you're about to go to work, enjoy your drive. And if you're leaving work, enjoy your drive. All right. Peace.